everyone, and welcome back to the Sedona International Film Festival. I'm your host, Carol Kahn. We are coming to you live from the Sedona Performing Arts Center and on Facebook Live. And I'd like to introduce to you an actor and filmmaker for the film.
Hi,
Your film,
you.
what's the name of your film?
The name of the film is Tikkun Olam. My name is Bob Ahmed.
And Alex.
And my name is Alexander.
Awesome.
And he's the lead actor in the short film Tikkun Olam.
Yeah.
Now, was this your first time acting in this film?
Yeah, my first time acting in that.
And what is your takeaway from that? Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. It was fun.
Yeah. Was it hard work?
Yeah, it was hard work.
It was hard work. Tell us a little bit about the film.
So, before I talk about the film, you'll be interested to know, Carol, that my first film about 17 years ago called Genius played in Sedona. So I was here long ago. Yeah, I just come out of college. Recently I'd made this feature and it was shown at a few festivals, and it's really a special experience. So this is now my next visit. I've made several movies in between, but I'm really excited to be here once again. So this film is called Tikkun Olam, and the meaning of this word is to heal the world. And the story is about a young boy who has an encounter with a homeless veteran in Washington, D.C. So you will be surprised to know that in Washington, D.C. has the highest homelessness rate in all of America. And I was based in DC for a while, so that's the origin of the film.
Okay, so we have a clip. I want to talk to you about that, and we have a clip of the film, so let's take a look at that first. So part of the way that this came about, and correct me if I'm wrong, so you and your brother, I think, realized that when situations like this happen, when there's a homeless person or someone falls or needs help, people just seem to walk by and almost like that doesn't even happen or exist, like that person doesn't even exist.
Well said, Karen. That's the essence of the story. So one thing that always really, throughout my life and recently that I observed and I thought about was this concept of people looking away, especially in a group structure. So when people are in a group structure, whatever that may be, an international organization or within society, it's very easy to look away. And anything the first few times may become uncomfortable, like for example, seeing homeless folk. The first time a person walks by, then you feel uncomfortable, you think there's something maybe wrong here. But as you see other people walk by, a person really gets comfortable with this concept. So this story really addresses that topic. And the phrase Tikkun Olam, this comes from a book, To Heal a Fractured World. And that book is called, the subtitle is Ethics of Responsibility. And it's what does it mean to be responsible? and not just by saying that we can do this, because to say something, we can do this, that everyone can do. But when one is in a group structure and when it's not fashionable to say something, then for someone to stand up and say something against something like homelessness or any racial discrimination, anything like that, I think that takes a lot of courage. So that is the essence of this film, and Alexander played the young boy who represents not just a young boy, but also the essence of humanity, like what the future of humanity can be. So that's the backstory.
What from this film? What was your biggest takeaway?
I think in the beginning of my career, for me, the concept of directing, what does it mean to be a director? So in the beginning of my career, the concept of directing meant directing the camera. Put the camera here, there's high angle, aerial shots, booms, jibs, so that's what excited, typically you come out of film school. Later in my career, I realized that directing really means about performances and creating an environment for the actors to create something authentic. So this film, Tikkun Olam, and the previous movie that I made called Amka and the Three Golden Rules, which is a movie in Mongolia. We also had in that film there's a 10-year-old boy. And in both these films, in this film, Alexander actually cries on set. And same happened in the previous one. And this is, like you said, the takeaway is that for me, being authentic is important. So in the beginning of my career, for example, crying could have been, like we could have moved on or just felt sad. But for this time, the whole focus is on getting those performances. And with Alexander also, we really discussed it, and getting to the crying scene, it's a very difficult thing. Like, as you know, like when someone's sitting at home and you may imitate how to cry, it's easy. But in front of cameras and lights, and you have a time pressure, and then someone says, okay, now cry within the character, that's very difficult. So I was very fortunate that the actors did a terrific job, like Alexander. The other actor who plays the homeless gentleman, his name is also Alexander Barnett, also terrific. And the actors really taught me. So many times on the set, I would tell either Alexander or the homeless gentleman Alexander, I would say, do this. And then they would respond by saying, actually, my character wouldn't do that. And when they said that, I knew at that moment that they understood the characters and they felt they had a stake in the characters. So the takeaway really for me is the performances and trying to be as authentic as possible.
And Alexander, was that hard for you to pretty much cry on the spot, or like your role? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was a bit hard.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
How did you do it?
Well, I had to think of something sad before I did it.
Mm-hmm. And how was it working with Alexander? Did you become friends?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And I really appreciated their chemistry. And like, for example, there were a few important moments in the film, and it was challenging to get to those moments. And I feel that a director can only do so much. It really is a team effort, and the actors are a big part of that team. So both Alexander Fox, Alexander Barnett, both of them, they really went out of their way to try to bring that authenticity. It was really that extra effort. So I really appreciated that. In this film, the cinematography, the sound design, all of them came out really exceptional. We had a really good cinematographer, the sound designer, and the actors were the people who really brought it all out together.
Well, it's a beautiful film, so thank you for that. And is it showing again?
The film is showing in Sedona today and on Friday at 7 p.m. Shorts Program 5. It's also showing at several film festivals. It's showing in Italy. In about 3 weeks, it's showing in Italy, and then in California, in New York. So it's showing in lots of places.
And do you have a website?
Yes, the website is called filmtikkun.com. That's FILM. T for Tom, IKKUN for Nancy, filmtikkun.com.
Awesome. Well, it's so nice to have you both here, Bob and Alexander. Thank you so much for being with us here in Sedona. I want to hear about if you're going to go hiking so I'm going to check up on you and make sure that you are enjoying Sedona.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you.
And 17 years, you have to
Oh,
come
wow.
back a lot sooner
Yes.
than 17 years.
Not another 17 years, yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being
Thank
with
you,
us.
thank you.
And we will be back with more from the Sedona International Film Festival after this.